How to deal with a teen who talks back. Talking back is a natural part of the development phase in teenagers. It's their way of expressing their dissatisfaction and frustrations. However, this kind of expression can be rude and cause frequent family quarrels. The real challenge in coping with a teenager who talks back is keeping your cool and dealing with it in a level-headed way. Part 1. During the confrontation. 1. Identify the level of talking back. There is a huge variation in what different parents define as talking back. For some it might involve the teen interrupting you while you're speaking to them, for others it might involve the teen shouting or screaming at you when the conversation isn't going the way they want. Talking back usually involves the teen muttering, trying to explain themselves, negotiating, or responding negatively to your orders. In more serious cases, the teen may curse at you, call you or their other relatives' siblings names, or make threats. It's important to identify the level of talking back and how serious the problem is before you decide on the course of action. Some teens will simply need the opportunity to express their opinion, while others will need to be disciplined. 2. Be calm and think before you speak. When your teen talks back to you, you have to keep your head together and avoid snapping at him, her, or saying something you'll regret. Remember to keep eye contact with your teen. This will show them that you are the parent and that you deserve respect. Do not threaten the teen or yell at him, her, just calmly explain that you do not like his, her attitude. Let your teen know that you will listen to him, her if she listens to you, it's only fair. Set a good example for your teen by being calm and level-headed. 3. Be firm and consistent with your actions. You might be surprised by how teens can remember certain situations from the past and then use them against you. For example, if your teen wanted to go on a date and you said no, but later changed your answer, she will simply push you harder the next time you say no, because she'll expect you to give in like you did last time. Rules should be rules and consequences should be consequences, as this allows everyone, particularly your teen, to know where they stand. So if you make a rule that there will be no dates on school nights, you need to stick to that rule and not bend or break it under any circumstances. Otherwise your teen will sense a weak spot and continue to wheedle and talk back until she gets his, her way. There should be no negotiation allowed. Remember that consistency is the key when it comes to enforcing rules. 4. Listen and understand. When your teen says, "You don't understand," don't answer with "I understand," as this will just lead to more talking back and the argument will be prolonged. Instead, make an effort to listen, and once the teen has finished his rant, she will feel calmer and more willing to listen to your side of things. Once you hear where your teen is coming from, it will be easier for you to understand the source of their frustration and find ways to explain the situation to them so they understand it. For example, you may learn that your teen thinks that you're not letting him, her go hang out with his, her friends out of meanness. Once you explain to him, her that you're not letting him, her go because you need his, her help with something or because you're worried about him, her, she may be able to deal with your decision a little better. 5. Just walk away. This is effective when you feel like your teen has a lot of complaining and back-talking to do, and refuses to listen to reason. If they're being particularly obnoxious, just walking away and refusing to listen them can prevent you from losing your temper with them. When you walk away, it does not mean that you are oblivious to your child's feelings and concerns, it just means that you don't want the tension to escalate. You can say, "I'm not going to talk to you right now. We'll talk later when you've calmed down." This shows that you have heard enough talking back and intend to give your teen time to think about his, her actions. Although this may not always be the best way to go, sometimes you just have to walk away from your teen to help you avoid talking out of anger. Conversations are always easier when both parties are calm and collected, rather than tense and angry. 6. Make sure that your teen is aware of the consequences. It's important that your teen is aware that she is not supposed to talk back to you, and that you won't tolerate that kind of treatment. Your teen should also know that if she breaks this rule, there will be consequences. If this is just the first time that your teen has talked back, then you can just tell the teen that you don't approve of his, her behavior and that you expect better next time. It's important to make your child aware of the boundaries before you begin to enforce them. However, when the talking back happens repeatedly, then it's important that you follow through with your promises and show the teen that there are consequences for his, her actions. Otherwise, your teen will see the no talking back rule as an empty threat and they will continue to push boundaries in future. 7. Call your teens out on what they said. Some teens won't talk back directly, but will mutter or mumble things under their breath. In this situation, it's important to call your teen out and ask them to clarify what they said. You could say, "I hear you mumbling something, can you say it louder so I can hear?" Make sure that your voice is calm but assertive. This will let your teen know that you are the boss and that you won't tolerate any underhanded insults. Keep in mind that your teen may already feel ashamed of themselves for what they said, and they may be reluctant to repeat themselves. Part 2 After the confrontation. 1. Talk to your teen once you've both calmed down. It is a good idea to talk to your teen when she is calm or in a good mood. This will make it easier for you to understand things from her perspective, and you will discover more about your teen's life. This is also a good time to lay down rules and consequences if ever your child talks back again. 2. Discuss the house rules. Discuss your relationship with each other and agree upon some ground rules. It's essential that you clarify your expectations with regards to your teen's behavior, along with the consequences he can expect if she breaks the rules. 3. Assign a time for your teen to express their feelings. Keep in mind that talking back is a method of expression by teenagers, you just need to teach them to express themselves in more mature ways. Set up a certain time of the day in which your teen can calmly explain her feelings on a certain subject and challenge your previous decisions. This will not only serve as an outlet of expression for your child, but will make your child calmer and help them to understand the situation. Remember that it's better for your child to talk to you, even if they are angry or upset with you, rather than bottling everything up and keeping you in the dark about what they're going through. Part 3 Deciding the consequences. 1. Understand the importance of consequences. In order to manage your teen's behavior, it's important that she is aware of the consequences of both good and bad behavior. These consequences may come in the form of punishment for bad behavior or rewards for good behavior. 2. Set a punishment related to the misbehavior. For example, if the teen was late for curfew coming home one night, then the consequence can be an earlier curfew the following night, or not being allowed to go out at all. Another example may be if your teen is playing a video game and talks back when you are trying to have a conversation with him/her. You could ban him/her from playing video games altogether. 3. Ground your teenager. One common punishment for teens is to withdraw some of their privileges, or even ground them. For example, if your teen talks back when you're trying to set some ground rules about him/her going out with friends, you could prevent him/her from going out at all. 4. Let your teen figure things out for themselves. An alternative solution to giving out punishments is to let your teen experience the logical consequence of his actions without your interference. For example, if your teen doesn't want to do his/her homework, don't say anything, just let him get in trouble with his/her teachers. For some kids, this will be enough to prevent them from skipping their homework again. Or if your teen refuses to wear knee and elbow pads while skateboarding or biking, despite all your warnings, allow him/her to fall and scrape himself/herself up. Once she experiences that, she may be a lot more inclined to heed your advice.